Hello guys, this is Andy and I'm going to show you how to make these cute earrings. I named them Vita after my friend. I'm going to introduce you with the materials we're gonna need. Okay, this is the material we're going to use. I have already bezeled this rhinestone and made a tutorial about it. You can see it here on my YouTube channel. I will also post the link down below so you can go straight to it. So we're gonna need seed beads 12-0, but you can use also 15-0. I would use 15-0, but I don't have them at all, so I'm using 12-0. It's important just for the beads to be smaller than the 11-0 beads. 11-0 beads we're gonna need in two colors, then 8-0 beads, but only 6 pieces for one earring. Bicones 4mm, 6 pieces for one earring. I'm not counting these in the bezel. 6mm rondelles. Bicones are 4mm. 6mm rondelles, also 6 pieces. And 6-0 seed beads. You're gonna need 12 for one earring. All of this here is for one earring only. Okay, so let's get started. Oh yes, and I forgot to say I'm using this fishing line. It's the 0.18. You can also use 0.16 if you have, or less. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I will have to continue from the last step I made while I was working on the bezel. So I went out through this bead. This was my last point. Now I have to climb all the way up here and go out through this seed bead at the top of the crown. Okay, so from this bead here, remember we were circling all this and went through this one, I will have to go up through this one bead and then go out through this pink bead, then continue climbing up all the way up and exit through this bead under the crown. Okay, here I am right now. Okay, right here at the top. Okay, so this is where I am now. So I have to pick one gray bead, 11-0, one 6-0, and one 11-0. And I'm going to go through this bead, next seed bead, skipping the bicone, and I made a little petal here. I'm going to repeat the same thing again. One 11-0, one 6-0, and one 11-0, and going through this next seed bead. Okay, you're gonna need to make these petals all the way around. I will meet you right here. Okay, so I'm making my last step and going through this. I've already picked my seed beads, and this is what we have. Focus please, focus please. This is what we have. Now we're gonna have to connect all these parts. We're gonna add some 12O or you can add 15O seed beads between these gaps. You see, here, all the way through. That means that we're gonna have to go through this gray 11O, through this 6O, and exit through the 11O, like this. Okay. And now we are going to add these smaller beads right between these petals. Okay, just gonna have to go up again and through all these beads just to add this one bead down through the gray. Now I'm adding one. I'm going through all these beads. Going down. Okay. You're gonna need to repeat this step all the way around. Okay. And this is now my last bead. I'm going through here. Just like this. Okay, this is how it should look. You have this little crown. Now we are going to have to go down and exit through this pink bead. Okay, that means that we are gonna have to go, come on, focus. That means that we are gonna have to go through this gray bead. Okay. Like this, and through this pink that is between two bicones of this crown. Okay, not through this new pink we added, but the old pink from the bezel. Okay, I'm gonna have to go through that pink, and I went through these lower two beads below, and I'm exiting here through this pink bead. You see where I am? So I went through that pink, through the two beads, and exited through this pink. You can see the side of our rhinestone, and we are going to fix that and fill it with our new step. Okay. Okay, now I have to pick one 11O transparent one 6O and one 11O, and simply go through our opposite pink bead. You see? Okay. You can see how our 6O beads are positioned like a V. Okay, and now we are going to do the same path, and it would look like a zigzag. Okay, one white, one pink, one white, and going through the next pink bead. I'm going to circle all this around. Here, 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 okay? And I will meet you right here. Okay, repeat this step all the way around. Okay, I've circled everything, and now this is almost everything because I'm doing this last step right now and going through this pink bead, but I will go through these next 2 beads, actually 3 that we just added, and exit here on the opposite side. Okay, so I have added my last 3 beads and I went through this pink bead from our bezel, then went through these 3 new beads that we've just added. Now is the time to add our 8/0 beads to fill these gaps. You see there is a gap here, and these beads will be right above these beads in the bezel that we've just went through. Okay, so I'm adding 1 and going through the 3 beads like this, adding 1 and going through these beads again. Okay, repeat this step all the way around. These beads I'm using are not uniform, but that really doesn't matter for this step. You can use a uniformed one or irregular. It really doesn't make any difference. So I'm gonna meet you right here at the end of the step. Okay, I'm adding my last bead and I'm going through these 3 beads and through this new that we've just added. This is my last bead and I'm going through the 4 these beads there. Okay, now it's time to add our bicones. Come on, focus. It will focus. I'm gonna pick 2 white transparent beads, 1 bicone and 1 transparent bead. So there's 5 beads. And now I'm going through this bead from our previous step. I'm going through this 8/0 bead like this. Then again picking 2 11/0s, 1 bicone and 11/0 and going through our 8/0 bead. Okay, now repeat this step all the way around and I will meet you here. So I'm at my last step, going through this 8/0 and climbing up to exit through the bicone like this. This is how it should look now. Now it's time to add our rondelles. So I'm changing color. I'm taking 2 gray 11/0s, taking 1 rondelle and 2 11/0s and going through the bicone. I'm going to do the same thing again. 2 gray beads, 1 rondelle and 2 gray beads, the count of 5, and going through the bicone. Okay, like this. I'm going to do the same thing and exit here. Okay, I will meet you here. Repeat the same step and we will meet here. Okay, I'm making my last step. I'm going through this bicone and going up here. Okay, here I am right now. I was interrupted. Okay, so I have to go through this bead, this rondelle. For my next step, I need to go down and exit right here. Okay, so for my next step, I'm going to add 4 gray beads and enter these 2 beads and the rondelle, just like this. Okay, now I will need to do something in the front, and that is to add 3 beads and go through this part that we've made in our previous step. Okay, not previous, it was one of the first steps that we made. Then add 3 beads again and go through this rondelle. Okay, it's like this. Now I'm going to show you on the side. I went out through this rondelle and I have to go down 2 beads down to make again this same arch that we did here by adding 4 beads. And I have to go through these 2 beads on the other side of the bicone and through the rondelle bead, just like this. Okay, now I have to pick 3 beads again and go through this upper part of our earring like this. Then pick 3 beads again and go through this rondelle bead and down through this 2 beads right next to the bicone. It's easy to do this. Okay, now you can go on your own by adding 4 beads above the bicone, and when you go through this rondelle you just add 3 beads and go to this decoration part, and then 3 beads again and go through the rondelle to get out from this side. Then down again 4 beads, go through these 2 beads through the rondelle, add 3 and 3 again to go up. It's easier, it's very easy. Okay, I believe that you can go you can make this step on your own, and I will meet you right here, okay, when I finish this decorating this part. Okay, so I'm doing my last step by picking these last 3 beads of my decoration, and I have to go through this 6 millimeter rondelle bead right here. Now it's time to decorate and make our peaks right here by adding this 12O. You can add 15O bead, it will look much better, but I don't have them. I just can't buy them in my country. And we are going to make a loop for our earring. Okay, so I exited through the rondelle and I have to go down through all these beads, then go up above this arch, above the bicone, and this is the I'm in the center of our arch, and I will add just one 12-0 bead and go down through all these beads like this. Look, I made a little peak through the rondelle, through all these beads, add one here, then go through all these beads through the rondelle, go through the 4 beads, add one, go through the 4 beads through the rondelle, and all the way around. Okay, like this. I'm going through the rondelle, then I have to go through these beads and okay, I'm in the center now, adding my peak, then going down, then through these 2 beads and through the rondelle like this. Okay, do this step all the way around, and I will meet you right here when we will be adding our loop. So I've added my last peak, and I went down through all these beads, and I have to go through this rondelle again, then go up again, because I need to get out from this peak right here. Here I am. Okay, and now I'm gonna add 5. You can add 6 if you like. I just like smaller loops, and go through this bead again. Okay, I circle it, and I will do that again once more to make it stronger. Oh, come on, like this, and then go down, then down again, and through this peak. Okay, this should be enough. Okay, at this point our earring is done, and now I'm going to go through all these beads, oops, and make my knots. Okay, you can add your knots wherever you find it comfortable for you. You can find them, you can make knots wherever you like. I will add them here and here and here. That should be enough. Okay, so this is our earring, and I hope you like it. It's really cute. I haven't made another one, so I'm gonna do that a little bit later. Ta-da! It could stand as a pendant too, but it's small enough and light enough to be wearable as an earring. Okay, so our tutorial is finished, and I hope you like it, and that you have managed to make your own piece of earrings by using my tutorial. Thank you guys, thank you for watching, and hope to see you next time. Ciao ciao.